You ever watch a professional athlete and just wonder, how do they get that good? Well, they have a secret weapon. And we're about to break down how you can use that exact same strategy to completely level up your own financial performance.
So what is it? What's the secret sauce, right? How do the absolute best of the best always seem to find an edge, getting better and better game after game, season after season?
It's actually incredibly simple. They watch recordings of their own performance. They analyze every single move, every decision, every fumble, and every touchdown. They don't just play the game, they study it. Big difference.
And that brings us to the big question for you. If this method is powerful enough for the world's top athletes, why on earth aren't we applying it to one of the most important games we all play, the money game?
Okay, so let's get into the core concept here, the financial game tape. This is all about taking that raw data, all those numbers, and turning it into an actual winning strategy.
First, let's talk about a feeling I bet a lot of us know. That end-of-the-month scramble, The feeling of just barely scraping by.
Does this sound familiar? You look at your bank account, the bills are all paid, but there's nothing left. Whew, it kind of feels like a win, but it's that super stressful nail-biter kind of win. You survived, sure, but you didn't actually move the ball down the field.
So, why does this cycle just keep repeating itself? Well, it's pretty simple, really. Without ever reviewing last month's financial game, you're just hitting repeat. You're going to run the same plays, make the same mistakes, and you'll never understand why you're not getting ahead. All you know is the money's gone, but where it went? Total mystery.
Okay, so how do we break out of this loop? It all starts with one super simple action: pressing the record button on your financial life.
Now, what do I really mean by a financial game tape? Obviously, we're not talking about some old VCR tape here. It's just the act of systematically tracking your money. And hey, this can look like a lot of different things. It could be a dedicated budget, a simple spreadsheet, some bookkeeping, or even just using the tools that are already built into most banking apps these days. The whole process really just boils down to 3 steps. First, you record your moves. That's just a fancy way of saying track your spending. Second, you analyze the playback. You actually look at the data. This is where you get those aha moments, Whoa, I'm still paying for that subscription? Or, yikes, all my fund money is gone by the 5th. And then third, you find ways to improve. You just identify 1 or 2 small, manageable tweaks for next month.
Look, doing this requires a pretty crucial mental shift. It's about getting away from that losing mindset that's always blaming outside stuff. If only things were different. And adopting a winning mindset that takes ownership and asks, okay, what moves can I control and what can I improve?
So, what's the point of all this? Where does it really lead? This isn't just about feeling guilty over a stray coffee purchase. No, it's about something way bigger. We're talking about building the foundational skills that lead to a real payoff.
And this quote right here just nails it. The goal of tracking the small stuff isn't to magically become wealthy overnight. The goal is practice. That's the whole game. You're building discipline, you're building that financial muscle memory you're going to need later on.
Think about it in sports terms. Making your coffee at home instead of buying it, that's not just saving a few bucks. That's your free throw practice. Simple, repetitive, fundamental. Reviewing your weekly spending, that's you in the film room, studying the tape. And setting a clear savings goal, well, that's your conditioning. It's what makes you stronger for the long haul.
So here's the key takeaway. When you master these small, sometimes boring, repetitive drills, you're preparing yourself. So when a big game-time decision comes along, like buying a house or making a major investment, you're not sweating the small stuff anymore. You've already mastered it. You are ready to make the big play.
Now, even the absolute best athletes on the planet have coaches. So, if you're ready to get really serious about winning your financial game, it's worth knowing what your coaching options might look like. There are a few different levels of support out there. You've got your done-for-you professional services. That's like having your own personal coach. Then there are communities, which are more of a do-it-yourself, but with assistance kind of vibe. And of course, there are tons of free resources, like videos, that can give you that inspiration for those first few baby steps. And honestly, this is the most empowering part of this whole idea. This isn't a one-and-done deal. Every single month is a new season, a fresh start. It's a brand new opportunity to practice, to learn from your last performance, and to be just a little bit better off than you were before. The next game is about to start. You've got the strategy, you know the importance of practice, and you know how to review the tape. The only question left is, are you ready to play?